Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. New view, huh? Yes, I am going to share something with you guys, and I'm excited, I'm nervous, but I think you guys would enjoy to see a little bit of my, wedding planning process and, all of that. So last month I went wedding dress shopping and it was such an experience. I low-key am a little sad that it's over, but I am quite happy with how everything turned out, how everything went. I definitely enjoyed it. I think I looked forward to that moment for so long that when it came time for it to happen, I felt like it was over like this. So I'm a little sad that it's over, but in the end, I did find my dress. I absolutely love it. No, I will not be showing it. No one has seen my dress. The only people that have seen my dress is those that went with me to see it. My bridal party, like the females, the bridal party, they've seen it. And then the makeup artist and my hairdresser, they were the only ones that have seen it. And of course, they only seen it because we have to talk about my look for that big day. But okay, so let me just go ahead, we'll jump into it. So back in August, my sister, she now moves out. She does not live in the same state as we grew up, where I still live. But she came back home and we were having like a big like celebration thing for like her and some of my other like family members who all graduated this year. But because of everything that's going on, could not have, their regular graduation stuff. So while she was here, I did take vacation time off of work so I can have time to spend with her and my mom. So we were planning on going like shopping one day, and we were kind of like talking about it, tossing it back and forth for a while. And then I had said to them, because I was just like looking around, looking at different wedding stuff. So I had said to them, do you guys want to go dress shopping instead? Since we don't really have anything set to do. And they both were like, oh yeah, come on, let's go. So it was one place that one of my coworkers had actually told me about. So I went on their website. They allowed for you to take 2 people. So I said okay, and we came up with a time that everybody was cool with, and I booked it. So I was so excited, so nervous. Oh my God, I was so nervous. The day of, it was raining. The outfit I thought I was putting on, no, I changed my mind. Didn't want to wear that outfit. Then I tried to fix my makeup, my hair. I had my hair in a twist out. I hadn't fully taken the twist out. Oh, it was a mess. It was a whole mess. But by the time we got up there, the rain had kind of like settled out, and I just became a whole giddy bride. So this place was maybe about 40 minutes from my house, and my mom and sister came and picked me up. So we went there, and the consultant, she was very sweet. The only thing I didn't particularly care for in regards to that shop was we weren't allowed to take like any pictures or videos during the appointment. So I really didn't like that, because I kind of knew that day I did not plan on buying a dress, but it would have been nice for the dress that I really did like leaving that appointment if I could have had a visual of the dress. So we sat down, and she asked me a couple of questions like, what do I like, what is the budget, anything that I don't like. And then her and I kind of went around, and she took me to where I I definitely knew for certain I wanted to go, which was like the mermaid fit and flare style. And then she was like, showing me a couple of things. And I told her, I wanted to try like a low back dress. So she showed me like what they looked like. We grabbed one of those. And then we went back to the room. So where I was, there was a couch right in front of the dressing room. And then you just close the curtains. So I was behind the curtain. She helped me put the dress on. Of course, she asked about how my fiance and I met, how long we've been together, how's my planning been going, the whole thing. So, during the course of the dress shopping, we ended up, talking about different things and then me trying on dresses, so forth and so forth. So, the very first dress that I put on, all of us really liked that dress. We really liked that dress. It was this beautiful blush color. If I can remember, I think I know where it is. I'll put it up in the picture like here or somewhere on the screen so you guys can see it. But I really did like that dress. It was what they call a fit and flare style. It had this like beautiful blush color, and I just I really liked that dress. I love the way it looked up here. I knew for certain a sweetheart neckline was my thing, and I really liked it. So after that, we did try on a couple of other ones. Some of them we weren't really too fond of. I really didn't like the low back one, because the low back you would have to wear straps, and I felt like the straps were doing something weird. I didn't really like that. And then in the course of it, my sister actually saw this ball gown. She's like, "Ooh, Joia, can you please try this on?" And I did put it on. I really liked the tulle was this like blush pretty color, and it had this really beautiful sparkle. Oh, it was so beautiful. Almost kind of how like my shirt is. It's like that sparkly underneath. It was very, very beautiful. But I felt like I was like drowning in that dress. Oh my gosh. It was so crazy. So the best part about that is that when she cinched in the dress like around my waist area, I was like, that's probably like the best looking part on me is my waist. That waist was like snatched. My waist has always been snatched. It's been everything below it that's been the issue. So, we did all that, and then I said, you know what? She was asking like, what do you think? Is there anything else? Do you want to put something back on? So we were all kind of like, oh, we really kind of like that first dress. Let's put it on again. So I put the first dress back on, and I did still kind of feel the same way that I felt when I initially did put it on, which was a good thing. She did get me a veil to put on, and the veil I had was what they call a waterfall. So it had like this cascading look to it, and it kind of stopped like right around my elbow area, and I thought it complemented the dress really well. I walked around in it a little bit to see like how I felt about it. We all really loved it. We really loved the train. Like that train was the epitome of that dress. And after that, I did say I wanted to keep looking. So she gave me the business card for the shop and wrote down like the designer of the dress, not the exact dress style, but she did tell me I was the first bride to try on that dress, because that was a newer dress for them. So I felt really good about that I kind of gave her a visual, so she was to show that to any other bride. She can kind of describe it how she saw it on me. So then after that, we started talking about some of the things that will come if I was to purchase my dress from that shop. I was able to get like a discount, almost a discount for everything. There's flowers, for the cake, for my bridesmaids dresses, for the groom and groomsmen. Like everybody would pretty much get a discounted rate off of their items if I purchased my dress was there. We also did go over to the bridesmaids area, and she kind of showed us the different designers that they had, the different dresses, and I was kind of showing her and telling her what my ideas were. So she kind of like helped me almost visualize what I was thinking, which was cool. And I said, okay, that's great. And I said, all right, thank you so much. And then after that, you know, we kind of went out to the car and we all kind of talked amongst like us three, like about some of the things we liked, some of the things that we didn't like or whatever. And then we ended up going to lunch. So while we're at lunch, my mom had went to go see if she could find us an umbrella, and my sister and I went to the restaurant that was nearby that we were going to go and eat. So we were talking, and I was like, you know what? Let me go look on their site again to see what their, you know, policies and stuff is now. So when I went on there and looked, this next place that we ended up going to was now allowing 2 people. And I'm like, what? Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. So I started looking at dates. My sister started looking at like dates and flights and stuff like that. Like, okay, let's see what works best. And then I was so excited because one of my, pretty much my favorite designer, her trunk show was that day. I was like, is this happening? Like, oh my God. So when my mom came back, we told her, we was like, so they're allowing you to bring 2 people now. So I think we should go. I think we should go. And my sister started looking at the different prices and stuff like that. And she got a really good price on her ticket to come back. So we went to Kleinfeld. Oh my God. Guys, you just don't even know. Like, I'm sorry, this piece of hair just keep doing what it wants to do. I have been a fan of Say Yes to the Dress since I can freaking remember. Honest to gosh, I believe that I've been watching that show since it first aired. My sister and I were obsessed. We watched every episode. We watched the reruns, we watched the spin-offs, like we watched everything. So I was so excited, and then to find out that Panina's trunk show was that weekend. What? Guys, like y'all just, oh, my heart is just fluttering just thinking about it again. So I went on there, I booked an appointment right away. So then I ended up saying, oh, well, you know what, let me go ahead and apply to be on the show. So I did apply to be on the show. Now, when we initially went, they were not filming that day. And then what we realized too is whenever you see the show where the store is, there's never cars parked in front. And it was a bunch of cars parked there. So we knew that they probably weren't filming that day. But I'm hopeful when you guys send me all the good vibes that when I go back for my fitting that I can be on the show. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out in the universe that this will be like the ultimate thing if I can be on the show. So we ended up like having fun, and you guys seen the plan with me that week that I went. I'll link it in this video as well when I talked about it. Like, my sister came home, her and I, we went to go get like our brows done, and we want to get our lashes done. The lashes ended up taking longer because her friend who's doing it is still learning. So she was just like, yeah, I don't think this is going to work. So we at least both got our eyebrows done. We did our makeup, put my lashes on, put my nails on, and, you know, we drove to New York. And traffic wasn't bad. It was a bright, sunny day. I mean, it was warm still because it was August, but it was the best. So when we got there, it was a little bit before the appointment, and they can only let you in like a certain amount of minutes before your appointment. So I said, well, let's go over to the store nearby, which was CVS. I was like, let me get some mascaras. I could try to like make these lashes look good, and then we kind of like browse around for a little bit, just so we wasn't in, you know, the heat and whatnot. And I'm sorry, I keep looking this way because I'm trying to think. I don't know why I can't just like look at the camera. It's very weird. I'm sorry. It's so weird. It's very strange. Okay, back to the story. So then it was time. So then when we went in, they had this like thing that you stand in front of. It was like a wall, and it had it inside of it, and it kind of like scanned for your temperature, and then they checked to see what your appointment was, and I told them, and so you can go in. So then we go in, and I'm all giddy again, like, oh my god, we're at Kleinfeld, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So, and like, I'll insert clips like from this point on, because I had like videos and pictures and stuff like that, so I'll insert clips. But we ended up going in, and I got checked in, and we all had like to fill out a form. You know, pretty much like every place is doing now, where you have to fill out like, have you been in contact, have you had any fevers, like that stuff, type of thing. So we're sitting there and we're like looking around, and it's just in awe, and it's like so many people waiting like to be seen. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And then as we're sitting there, she was like, the lady at the reception was like, you can't go past the carpet, which goes into the actual what is it called? Into the showroom. You can't really go past the carpet to go into the showroom. You can kind of stay at the carpet. But they had these beautiful dresses there, and like, I think I took a boomerang and I'll insert it here of it. It was just so freaking good. I'm just like, oh my gosh. So as we're sitting there, who was walking by? Diane off the show. Oh my gosh. I was like, Diane, hi. She was just like, hi, how are you? And I'm just like, yo, I'm really here. Like, is this really happening? Oh my gosh, is this really happening? So I'm extra more excited, and you know, my mom and sister and I, we all took, you know, some selfies and pictures, and it was just like in awe. So the consultant I ended up having, she wasn't someone, I don't really ever remember seeing her on the show, at least not in any of, I'm kind of behind on some of the more recent episodes, but I pretty much know almost everybody that works there. And you know, when she finally came out, she apologized. She's like, I'm so sorry that, you know, my last appointment ran behind or whatever. But she came and she took us, and we actually ended up being like almost right where we were like sitting, where you can see the other bridal parties at. So she, you know, she sat my mom and sister there, and she's like, you know, you can bring your phone, you can bring your shoes. I left my phone out there, even though I wish I should have brought it back there. But I brought my shoes back, because I did bring a pair of shoes that I thought would probably give me a good like height range as far as like what I would want to wear for the actual wedding day. So then we sat down, and you know, she asked me questions again, you know, when were we getting married, do we have a place yet, you know, asked me about the designers, what type of styles that I liked, any particular designers that I wanted to try or see, and then price point. So I already told her, I said, listen, Panina is my girl, okay? Like, Panina is my girl. Now, as I found out, Panina was not physically there that weekend, but her, like, top person, I guess, like, her right-hand woman, as I'll say, was there. So I actually got a chance to meet her, and it was so cool, because later on they posted a picture of her in a dress, and like, I commented like, oh my god, it was so nice to meet you, and she commented back, I was just like, ah. But you know, she said, okay, she said, let's go ahead and work this out. So the very first dress that she got me in was Panina's, from her recent collection, the Love collection, and it was this little bag. Oh, that dress, if woo, guys, like, that dress screamed Joia, okay? Like, now this one, because of the lower back, it did have the straps, but the straps weren't that bad. They were actually like pretty decent. I actually did not mind it at all. It had like a low back, but it did have a mesh probably about that high, to give you a little extra support. And it had this beautiful jewels, and it's like waterfall tulle skirt. Oh, it was so beautiful. And as you guys know, I will put pictures in, but I absolutely love that dress. And to be honest, that was the runner-up. That other dress that I was talking about was going. That was the runner-up, and I was going to figure out a way on how to tell him how much money I was spending on the dress. because he would have lost his mind. He would have lost his mind. So I tried the dress on and we really liked it. You know, even my mom, I was shocked. I did not think she was going to like it, but she really loved the skirt on that one. The train wasn't that, you know, I guess as dramatic as the previous dress that we really liked was, but we all really loved it. It had like the perfect amount of sparkle. It gave me like that shape. It just gave me the, you know, the perfect, and it was just beautiful. So then we go to the next dress, which is also another Panina gown from her recent collection. But none of us really liked that dress. And I think I actually have a video of me coming out in that dress on this one. And my mom was just like, I don't like this one. I'm not sure if you can hear her in the video, but she's like, I don't really like that one. I really like the sparkle, but the design where it was like almost like a diamond pattern, I really didn't care for that as much. So it's like, okay, cool. So then we went to the third dress that I tried on, and this one I really liked it. It had like the cap sleeve off the shoulder thing. It really gave that romantic look to it. It was a really beautiful color. It fit me really nice. I really liked the train, and I really liked the skirt part. It was a really beautiful dress. And I think that was probably been the one to beat at that point. So next, we got to the fourth dress, and I actually didn't even come out in that dress because that dress, it didn't really wow me. Like, we were talking during the course of me putting the dresses on and off, and most of the dresses I would like stop and like ooh, and we kind of like talked about it. But this one, I was literally just talking just like I'm doing now, and it didn't really wow me. And she was just like, I can kind of tell, let's go ahead and take it off. So then she came back with my dress. Guys, like, I just had to take a moment, because just her fanning out the train in the room, I literally was like, so beautiful, so beautiful. And I felt it. And it's so crazy because when I was at the previous shop, I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna have this really big dramatic reaction to the dress, and I'm like, well, maybe I'm not, but I just thought that I would because I'm already an emotional person anyway. So I'm like, I just know I'm gonna cry and all this other stuff. So I walk out in the dress, and like my mom and sister's just like, oh my God, Joia. Oh my God, Joia, this dress is beautiful. Oh my gosh, Joia, I really love this dress. None of them said that. They all got up and looked at it. Like, that was like the first. They all got up and they both got up and started looking at it. And even the consultant was just like, oh my gosh. Oh, and I don't even think I told you guys. My consultant name was Candace. I love her. Love her. First off, one of her best friends don't live far, and she always comes to my hometown. And I was just like, girl, next time you come through, give me a call, because we exchanged numbers and everything, okay? So we came out in the dress, and we all looking at it, and, you know, she fanned it out, and, you know, everybody, even in the showroom, is just looking like, oh my God, the dress is beautiful. Like, and then the girl, she was waiting for her friend to come back out, because her friend just picked her dress, and she's like, that dress is so beautiful on you. And I'm just like, oh, thank you. So then I'm sitting there like, oh my God, like, now I'm like, I feel like the tug of war, because I really love that first dress, but I'm like, I really like this dress. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So then she saw it, like, Candace, she saw it in my face. She's just like, what are you thinking? Tell me what your thought process is. And I'm just like, but I really like the way that first one looked on me. And, you know, and my sister was like, Joia, no, this is it, Joia. This is it. This is it. My mom was just like, Joia, this is your dress. This is your dress. So then I'm like, oh my gosh. So then I'm looking in the mirror again, and I started to cry. Oh my God. And I'm going to start crying now because I just knew that was my dress. I knew that was my dress. I said, oh my God, I think I found my dress. I think I found my dress. And she said, okay, I'm gonna ask you again. Should I go get a veil? And I said yes. And I started crying more. Whew. And I'm just like, oh my God, yo, like, am I really about to pick my dress? Whew. Try to get it together. So she came out and she gave me a handheld mirror so I can see her when she put the whole veil on with everything fanned out behind me. And when she put that veil on, like, that was it. That was it. And I started crying more. I'm just like, oh my God, I think I have a dress. And all I could see was myself coming down the aisle and just seeing my fiance's like face staring at me, and I just knew that was it. So then she asked me the question, Joia, are you saying yes to the dress? And I said yes. I said yes. This is my dress. Whew. And literally everybody was clapping and cheering, and then my sister started crying and I started crying more, and then we like came up and like, you know, we all hugged each other, and my consultant was so great. She like took a picture of us as we were doing that. Like, it was just so amazing, and I love my dress. I cannot wait to put it back on. Like, it's so crazy because you literally, they have to order it and then it has to come in, and it's going to take like months before it comes in. So I literally have to wait until next year to get back in it. But very often I go and look at the pictures, and I go and look at the video, and I cry all over again each and every time, because, like, you guys, we've been together for a long time, and I've always told him that I always wanted to get married. I've always wanted to become a wife and be a mother and have, you know, the white picket fence, that whole thing. But I told him I literally never saw the vision until him and I became a couple. And that's when everything became crystal clear. Exactly what I wanted, exactly how I wanted him to look, exactly how, like, everything just became like, it was just like a book, and it just opened up, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And to then be afforded that opportunity to go to Kleinfeld, of all places, you guys, just it warms my heart, because literally that was like my childhood dream coming true. And that's almost like why I'm sad on why I'm not, like, why this is over, because that experience was one of the best experiences of my life. And if I can tell anybody to go there, go. If you've been on the fence about it, go. I'm telling you. If I'm telling you anything, go. Just go. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. You won't regret it. Everyone was so nice. And that's it. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed telling the story, even though I just said I was not going to cry. Make sure you guys are subscribed so you know anytime I upload another video. If you guys like this sort of thing, want to know more about my planning, I am with a very private guy. Ironically enough that I'm, posting on YouTube. But my fiance is very private, so there will be not everything shared on here. But I thought because this really revolved around me, this was something that I could share. So if you guys are interested in this sort of thing, let me know down below. And hopefully you guys will come back. Make sure your bells is turned on if you are already subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Hit that button wherever it may be. And leave me a comment below. Let me know how your experience was when you went wedding dress shopping. If you're going wedding dress shopping, are you newly engaged? Congratulations to you too. And I look forward to speaking and seeing you guys in the next video. Bye. Okay, come on. Work with me. Work with me.